straight lines will be able to be written in a particular way. And that way is y equals mx plus b. When you're just starting, you don't really need to know too much about the equation of a line. That's what that's called. All straight lines will be able to be written in that form. At the moment, you just have to know how to use the equation. So if I tell you that this is a straight line, maybe some of you can recognize it in that same form. If I tell you that's a straight line, I want you to be able to get the coordinates by drawing a table of values, filling in the numbers, and then I want you to plot them on a number plane. So let's see. If I know that y equals x plus 1, you will have done algebra already and you should know how to substitute. So here we're saying that x equals 0. If x equals 0, what is y going to equal? Y equals x plus 1. So y is going to equal 0 plus 1. Well, that equals 1. Let's move on to the next one. When x equals 1, what does y equal? 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. Because wherever there's an x, I'm going to put 1. The next one says x equals 2. X is 2 now. So when x equals 2, I put in a 2 instead of x, and then I get y equals 2 plus 1, which is 3. And then when x equals 3, I get y equals 3 plus 1, which is 4. I can now write down my coordinate points the way that I like them, which would be what? 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 4. I then plot my points. 0, I have to have a scale. Hopefully you're using a ruler. And then I plot my points. 0, 1 will be 0 and up 1. 1, 2, I go across 1 and up 2. 2, 3, across 2 and up 3. And 3, 4, across 3 and up 4. And I get my ruler, and because you were asked to draw a straight line, your points should all make a straight line. And you have just been given the equation of a straight line, made a table of values, plotted the points, and drawn that line. There's a lot of information there. Let's have a go at another one. Here are 3 questions on the board. You might want to take a few minutes to just draw it down on a piece of paper like I have, write down the equations, draw the table of values, and draw a number plane, preferably using a ruler, because if you don't use a ruler, what you'll find is that you don't actually get a straight line when you plot your points. Also, when you're plotting your points, you will need a scale. And if you don't have a scale, if you haven't used your ruler to mark every centimetre, your numbers, then your dots won't make a nice line like they should. I know sometimes when I'm teaching in the classroom, some people get a little bit confused as to where the numbers are coming from. What you have to understand is if I give you a table of values, I've chosen the numbers that go in here for x, 0, 1, 2, 3, and I've just picked any numbers that I like, but I've tried to pick them nice and small so that it's easier for you when you're substituting. If your teacher in a test is trying to be a little bit tricky, then they might put in some negative numbers up there, but it's just their choice. I've chosen 0, 1, 2, and 3 because they're small and they're easy for you to work with. Let's start with number 2. I need to substitute in the values of x to get the correct y value so that I have my coordinates to plot on my number plane. So if x equals 0, we have y equals. Remember, this is the same as writing 2 times x minus 1. So it's 2 times 0, because my x equals 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Take away 1. 0 take away 1 is minus 1. My next one. 2 times 1, my x equals 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Take away 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Take away 1 is 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. Take away 1 is 5. I now have my coordinates. I might like to write them as 0, negative 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 3, 5. I like to write them like that because it's a little bit easier for me to understand what I need to plot. So I need to plot 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is down there. 1, 1. I go across 1, up 1. 2, 3. Across 2 and up 3. Don't forget you're always starting at 0. 3, 5. Across 3 and up 5. And I should be able to use my ruler and join these up as a straight line. And we like to put arrows on our lines because they don't stop, they keep going. If you want to have a little go on your own, stop the video and then turn the video back on to check your numbers and your line. That's always a good thing to do because then you know that you're getting it right. You can always watch what I'm doing later. If x equals 0, 0 take away 4 is minus 4. When x is 1, I put a 1 there, 1 take away 4 is minus 3. And when x equals 2, 2 take away 4 is minus 2. And when x equals 3, 3 take away 4 is minus 1. Let's write down the coordinates underneath to help us plot them. 0 minus 4, 1 minus 3, 2 minus 2, and 3 minus 1. If you don't want to write down the coordinates, that's fine. It's just extra working for people that are having a little bit of trouble and people to follow what I'm doing so that I don't lose anybody along the way. And now I need to plot my points. You make sure that your number plane goes all the way down to negative 4 because we need a minus 4 there for 0, negative 4. 0, negative 4. If yours doesn't go all the way down, take a second, pause the video and extend it down. 1, negative 3, 1, negative 3, 2 minus 2, go across 2, down 2, and 3, negative 1 over there. Well, that was interesting. All those points are all the way down there. That's all right. We just plot them and then join them up. We're not worried about where they are. We just follow what we know. And we draw our straight line. For our last one, x equals 0, 5 take away 0 is 5, 5 take away 1 is 4, 5 take away now 2 is 3, and 5 take away 3 is 2. Hopefully we're all getting the hang of it. I write down my coordinates because I find it useful. Remember, you don't have to if you don't want to. And then I plot the points and join them up. 0, 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, and 3, 2. And hopefully they make a nice straight line. So we now know how to make a table of values, fill in the values on our table of values, plot the points, and draw the linear relationship or the straight line that joins the x and y together. Thanks everybody for watching my new video. Don't forget to like and subscribe below.